Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Featherstone the Pharaoh, and today we're going to be talking about relationships. Now, I'm no professional in this field, but I do have a lot of experience, and I read a lot of books. I'd advise you all to stay till the end because I'm going to be quoting a lot of people, a lot of authors, a lot of reliable sources about this topic today. And if you are new to the channel, please hit that like button and that subscribe button. And with that being said, let's build. The biggest thing in relationships is going to be trust. So I'm going to quote a guy, Charles Feltman. He's a credible source of information. That's why I'm putting him in the video. All right, so Charles Feltman's definition of trust, I'm gonna read it because I don't wanna say anything wrong. Trust is choosing to make something that is important to you vulnerable to the actions of someone else. So distrust is what I have shared with you that is important to me is not safe with you. So pretty much what he's saying is that there's true trust that you should be able to tell somebody something and it stays between you and that person. Distrust is the complete opposite. It's kind of self-explanatory, but I love this definition and his take on the whole trust-distrust thing. So as for me, I'm not a person who really gets into relationships a lot. I probably can count on one hand how many relationships I've been in, and the relationships that I was in were always over 2 years. I've dated a lot of women. They've all been successful. They've all been smart, well-educated, but it takes a lot for me to really get into an actual relationship with someone. My last video, y'all saw Pharaoh's Day. Check it out if y'all didn't see it. I had lovely Jessica in there. Like, we're not in a relationship right now. We're just getting to know each other. We're just like, you know what I mean, spending time. But, you know, we're not rushing anything. We're trying to build strong foundations to see if this is something that we both really want. And I think that that's something that I didn't do a lot before. Like, I'm not saying I jumped into relationships because I just said that I didn't. But I'm saying I would just jump into it and try to make it get there and then usually ignore a lot of the red flags or things that I shouldn't have overlooked. So yeah, all my past relationships, you know, my last one, you know, that experience kind of inculcated like an ideal for me of what the ideal relationship should look like. The bow and arrow effect, like the further back it pulls, the farther it's gonna go. And that whole time I was being pulled back. And finally, when I got the nerve and finally when I got the courage to release myself from that, I went far. Way farther than I would have went if I had to stay there. It's okay to fail, man. Like, you can be a good person and your partner can be a good person. Like, I'm not gonna say like all my failures in relationships were on the other person because I'm not stupid, I'm not a kid. I know I did some things wrong. There was things I did, there was things I didn't do. Same with them. I'm not here to bash nobody because Ace got more class than that. But what I can say is I did learn from those mistakes. Also, when someone showed you their true colors, don't try to repaint them. So trust is so important in a relationship if you want it to last through the ups and the downs. If problems do occur, doesn't mean you should run away. You should stick with that as long as you guys have a healthy foundation, because like the relationship is like a house. Like, trust is part of the foundations of a relationship. And if that's weakened at any time, the house is gonna come crashing down. It might take you 1 year, it might take you 1 month, it might take you 10 years. And usually the longer it lasts and that foundation is weak, the harder it's gonna hurt. The harder the house is gonna fall down. Also, remember, it's impossible to be happy and it's unhealthy to be happy 100% of the time. Like, we as humans have to go through emotions of fear, of happiness, of sadness, of rejection. Like, that's what makes us humans. This leads me to a woman named Brené Brown. She's an author, a really close friend to Oprah. She's been on TED Talks. She has this acronym called BRAVING. I'm gonna break down what the acronym means, and I'm gonna try to explain it in ways so that it can be resonated with you guys. So for the first, the B in Braving stands for boundaries. You gotta set boundaries. If you let someone overstep the boundaries that you set for yourself, you are just setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up for more problems in the future. And you shouldn't be overstepping their boundaries, because that's where trust goes out the window. That's like one way trust goes out the window. The next letter in Braving is R. That stands for reliability. Reliability means that you do what you say you're gonna do over and over again. It's not just a one-stop shop. It doesn't mean you just do it once and you expect all of that respect and everything that comes with what you did that one time down the line. You gotta keep doing that over and over. And for the next letter in Braving is A. That stands for accountability. That means if you make a mistake, that you're able to own it, apologize for it, and make amends for it, and vice versa. If your partner makes a mistake, they should be able to own it, apologize for it, and make amends for what they did wrong. Now the V, this is probably my favorite one. Kind of touches on what I said before, but the V stands for vault. That means what I share with you, you will hold in confidence, and vice versa. If you share something with me, it's gonna go to me, it's gonna stay within me. This is why I've dealt with a lot of people who gossip. I'm not a gossiper, and this is where trust can get diminished from my point of view, and I think for a lot of people's, is when someone comes to you like, oh, I just heard such and such broke up, like, oh, I think he cheated, yeah, definitely this and that, and they're talking all this stuff about the person that came to them and told them, and now they're telling you. Me, you're gonna lose trust points from me, because I'm already looking at you like, if she's or he is doing this to me, telling me about somebody else's trials and tribulations, what do you think is gonna happen when I come to them and tell them my problems? Like, they're gonna do the same exact thing. Like, they're not just gonna switch up because it's you. The other letter is gonna be I. The I stands for integrity. Now this part has 3 parts to it. First part is going to be courage over comfort. Number 2 is choosing what's right over what's fun, fast, or easy. And the third part, which I believe is the most important out of this, integrity. Practicing your values, not just professing them, which means pretty much practice what you preach. Like, that's the main thing. Like, this is why I make this channel, because like, I'm holding myself accountable for what I'm saying to y'all. Like, I can't just be saying all this stuff on the camera, making myself seem like I'm this type of person, and then y'all see me and I'm like the complete opposite. That's all the way out. Now the N in Braving stands for non-judgment. That means that you should be able to fall apart at any time in your life and be able to ask for help without having to worry about judgment being passed. And that goes for your partner as well. Like, you should be able to have your partner go through something in life and you're with them and you just accept that without judgment on them. And the thing is like, it's easier to help somebody than it is to ask for help. And if you don't know this, I'm gonna tell you, if you're just one-sided, if you're just helping someone but you don't feel comfortable enough to ask for help, then trust is not really there. Because full trust is like reciprocity or reciprocation. Like, it should be reciprocated. Like, if you give help, you should be able to get help. So the last letter in Braving is G. It stands for generosity. That means you should assume the most generous things about my words, my intentions, and my behaviors. So let's say like my dog just passed away, or like I just lost my job, or a friend just got in a bad accident, or something happened with my family, and I say something that I normally don't say. Like, you should just be able to be like generous enough to realize like, okay, this is not him, or this is not her. She's just going through this. Like, you should be able to process whatever I say, even if it's bad, depending on how bad, as long as it doesn't cross those boundaries. But you should be able to assume what I'm saying and how I'm feeling, because you know me, you trust me. Bars. So look, this is what I want to say to you guys. If you guys are not in a relationship, if you are in a relationship, or if you're actively looking to be in a relationship, I wish you all the luck, all the love. This year has been a bomb drop for all of us. You know, I'm not just talking about COVID-19. I'm not just talking about taking my brother Kobe away from us. I'm talking about just, it's been a bomb for everybody. You know, everybody's been affected somehow by this year. And this has been a year that's been so great to me and so detrimental. But I believe and I know that it's been a lot better for me than it's been worse. So I wish you guys all the luck, all the love. You guys deserve to be happy. You guys deserve to find someone that you can truly trust and that truly loves you for who you are. And don't stop. Don't settle until you get what you deserve. If you're out here acting like an asshole, don't be mad if you link up with an asshole. You get what you are, pretty much. If you're out drinking all the time, you're out smoking all the time, you're ratchet, you're gonna find somebody like that. Or if you come across somebody who's not like that, they're not gonna stick around long. So don't fool yourself or don't get fooled by the temporary, like, oh man, I got me a winner, but you're not a winner. You gotta become who you want to find in your partner. Because once you become who you're supposed to be, you're gonna find who you're supposed to find. Like, that's the trick. Don't look for the person until you become that person. And if you're on the path, that's cool, because you might find somebody who's on the path too, but look, don't expect a finished product and you still a work in progress, because you're gonna fool yourself, you're gonna get mad, and you're gonna start blaming the world, and then all that negativity is gonna lead you to an asshole. I'm telling you. So with all that being said, I wish you guys all the luck in your future relationships or your current relationships. I got faith in y'all, and I got love for all y'all. Thank you for watching. If you have not hit that subscribe button, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share this to all your friends. I'm sure this is beneficial to somebody. If it's not to you, whatever. Thanks for watching. You already watched it if you got to this part. Once again, this is Project Pharaoh, Featherstone the Pharaoh, and I will see y'all in the next one. Say hello to my little